please raise your right hand for me? Do you so solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
All right, thank you. You can have a
Thank you.
seat for me. And you are welcome to testify with or without your mask, whichever you feel comfortable.
Without.
Okay, thank you. You may continue.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Mr. Bosillo.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about
Can you
you?
move that microphone right there now so we can hear you? Yeah. That's probably good.
All right, Mr. Bosillo, will you please state your first and last name and spell both for the board?
Yes, Michael, Michael Bosillo, Bosillo.
And Mr. Bosillo, how are you currently employed?
I'm employed with T-Mobile cell phone company located out of Frisco, Texas.
And how long have you worked for T-Mobile?
Going on 10 years.
I guess where are you currently assigned within T-Mobile?
I'm assigned as a testifier and work basically out of my home, but I travel 2 to 3 times a week.
Testifier, do you mean kind of a custodian of records for T-Mobile?
Yeah, custodian of records testifier, and what that is, we just primarily are trained to help explain and interpret the records to the court and to the jury if they have any questions about them. We aren't, those of us who are in the unit, the trial unit, we aren't engineers, but we have a good working understanding of how all this works between the handset, the tower, and the switch.
So for those 10 years that you've been working with T-Mobile, has it always been in this position?
Yes.
And you said you travel within Texas or multiple other states. Where exactly do you travel to?
All four, what they call contiguous, 48 states. The only states I don't travel to are Hawaii and Alaska, because the supervisors get those assignments.
In your capacity as the testifier and custodian of records, have you become familiar with the cell phone records that are regularly kept in the ordinary course of business for T-Mobile?
I am.
And do those records include what we refer to as call detail records, timing advance records, and also subscriber information?
That's correct.
Is it common for law enforcement to make requests for these types of records that T-Mobile maintains for their business purposes?
It is.
And you're aware that law enforcement uses them for a different purpose than what T-Mobile does?
That's correct.
You're a approach the witness?
You might.
Mr. Bosillo, I'm showing you what's been marked as State Exhibit 319. Do you recognize this?
I do.
And how do you recognize this?
I recognize this as a disc containing records we provided based on the legal demand that was made pursuant to that phone number.
And so legal demand, a search warrant was requested for cell phone records of 972-674-7528.
It was.
Okay. And the result of that search warrant would be the records received. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And State Exhibit 319, are you telling the members of the jury that that contains those records that you told us T-Mobile maintains in the ordinary course of business?
It does.
And that would include the call detail records?
Yes, sir.
The timing advance records?
Yes, sir.
And the subscriber information?
Correct.
And these are records that are regularly conducted business activity by T-Mobile?
They are, sir.
And were these records made at or near the time of the occurrence?
Yes, sir.
And T-Mobile maintains these records. Would you agree for efficiency, maintaining the network and identifying what areas potentially need work or more cell phone towers?
It does. We try to make a perfect product.
And that would be the purpose of T-Mobile maintaining these. However, you know that law enforcement uses them to approximate the location of a cell phone device.
I do.
And would you agree that maybe an expert would be in a better position to interpret the call detail records than the timing advance records?
I missed the first part of that question.
I'm sorry. Would you agree with me that an expert who's role and responsibility is to interpret these and approximate a location, would be better served doing that as opposed to you.
Correct.
And so you really are able to say that T-Mobile maintains these records and keeps them and maintains them during the ordinary course of business.
That's correct.
Your Honor, at this time, state would offer State Exhibit 319 for all purposes.
No objection, John.
All right, State Exhibit number 319 will be admitted.
Your Honor, you pass the witness.
Mr. Warren, any questions?
No questions this time, Your Honor.
All right, may this witness be excused?
No objection.
We'll have him on standby, please, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Bosillo, you know how this works. We're gonna excuse you, but you'll be on standby. Just make sure that all the parties have your good contact number. So just in case either side wants to call you back, you're available, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.